Hi, welcome back. It's Chief Wynn with the Pittsfield Police Department. Time for another chapter in Story Time with the Pittsfield Police Department. We're coming close to the end of Danny Dollar, Millionaire Extraordinaire, the Lemonade Escapade, and it's time for Chapter 13. Chapter 13, Way to Go, CEO. Mom, Dad, yesterday was the best day of my life. I'm sure it was, son. Not many people get the chance to meet the person they most admire, much less hang out with them in their executive suite watching a basketball game, Dad Dollar said. Hanging out wasn't even the best part. The best part should be outside, Danny yelled with excitement. What should be outside? Mom Dollar asked. They all looked outside the window and saw a stretched limousine with a chauffeur standing beside it. Danny, what is this all about? Dad Dollar asked. Mr. Austin said if his team lost, he would let me be CEO of his company for a day, and the Mustangs got blown out. Please, can I go? Well, how can I say no? You can go, but under one condition, Dad Dollar said. Sure, Dad, anything. Your sister has to go with you. What? Danny and Danielle shouted out together. I don't want to go anywhere with Dummy Dollar, Danielle said. Yet, Dad, she'll just make my day a nightmare. If Danielle doesn't go, then you don't go. Take it or leave it, Mom Dollar said. I'll take it, Danny said glumly. A professionally dressed woman was waiting for Danny and Danielle when they arrived at the office of Austin Enterprises. Good morning, Mr. and Ms. Dollar. We've been expecting you. I'm Alexandra Hamilton. I'll be your personal assistant for the day. Whatever you may need, I am here to assist with it. It's nice to meet you, but where's Mr. Austin? Danny asked. Mr. Austin will not be with us today. There is a situation that needed his attention in our Texas office. He stated that you are in charge. I will show you to your office and brief you for a board of directors meeting that you are chairing in 30 minutes. A meeting? Board of directors? Are you joking? I can't run a meeting. I'm just a kid, said Danny nervously. Mr. Austin seems to believe you are very capable. The meeting is about how to get more people to attend Mustangs basketball games. Attendance has been very low this season, and Mr. Austin wants your input on how to increase it. Here is your office. I will be back in 30 minutes to bring you to the meeting, Mr. Dollar. Ah! Danielle! How in the world can I lead a board meeting? Danny shouted. I don't know, but since you're the boss, can you find out if you have an expense account? I would love to do some shopping, Danielle asked. You're hopeless. Why don't you go watch TV? I have to do some serious thinking. Oh, TV! Cool, Danielle screamed. 30 minutes later, Ms. Hamilton came into the office. Excuse me, Mr. Dollar, the board is waiting for you. Okay, Alexandra, I'm ready, he said a bit nervously. Good luck, Miss Hamilton whispered before Danny stepped into the boardroom. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present your CEO, Danny Dollar. That's your chair over there, sir, she said, and pointed to a giant chair at the far end of the room before closing the door. Danny entered the large, luxurious boardroom where 12 well-dressed men and women sat staring at him. He walked stiffly to the head of the table and stood beside a giant chair. You may have a seat, Mr. Dollar, said a stuffy old man. This seat is big and cushy. Can you guys see me? Asked Danny. Silence. Members of the board, the first thing I'd like to say is, I'm sorry, I can't. Danny accidentally ripped a loud fart. Oops, sorry, I'm a little nervous. I did that once in front of my class after eating beans and franks for lunch in the school cafeteria, but that's another story. Silence. Well, here's my idea. I'm 11 years old and a huge basketball fan. Basketball is my life. I'd like someone to guess how many professional basketball games I've been to. You, sir, in the blue suit. 10, said the man in the blue suit. Nope, fewer. How about you, miss, in the pink blouse? 4, asked the woman in the pink blouse. Nope. Last try. You with the big thick glasses. One, guessed the man with the big glasses. Yup, only one, and that was yesterday, courtesy of the mayor. Who can guess why? Is it because the games are too expensive? Asked the man in the blue suit sarcastically. You got it. My dad would love to take me to a professional basketball game, but he is saving money to put me and my older sister through college. Although, just between us, my sister probably can't spell college. Silence. So here is the plan. Kids free night. Everyone gasped in shock. That is ridiculous, Mr. Dollar. You do realize that we are not a charity. We are in the business of making money. We cannot make money by giving away tickets. Whose idea was it to have this child here? Demanded the man in the blue suit. Look here, Mr. Stuffy. May I ask you a question? Yes, you may, but my name is... Danny interrupted before the man could continue. Have you ever gone anywhere that you actually paid to get into, but got into for free? Why, yes, I have. Where was it? It was a movie theater. A colleague of mine had free passes to see The English King. The English King? What kind of movie is that? Asked Danny. It's a foreign film, Mr. Dollar. It figures, Danny said under his breath. Mr. Stuffy, did you buy any food at the concession stand that day? Yes, I did, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would refer to me as Mr. Jefferson. I purchased a large popcorn, a large soda, a hot dog, nachos, and some candy. Wow, Mr. Jefferson, why did you buy so much food? I figured, since I saved money on the movie, I could spend a little extra on the food. Mr. Jefferson, you just made my point. If my dad took me to see a basketball game and didn't have to pay for me to get in, I bet he would spend a little extra money on stuff like snacks and souvenirs. The money you would lose on ticket sales, you would gain on extras like food, jerseys, and program books. Not only would you fill the seats, you would create a great image as an organization that cares about families and kids. Think about it. The Mustangs, the team that lets kids dream. It's a win-win. Danny heard whispers around the boardroom. We will discuss your proposal with Mr. Austin and let you know what he thinks, said Mr. Jefferson. I can already tell you what I think, Mr. Jefferson. It's a fantastic idea. Way to go, Danny. Mr. Austin, is that you? Where are you? Asked Danny, looking around the room. I'm on speakerphone. I was listening in on the whole meeting. Sorry I couldn't be there in person. I'm sure Alexandra apologized for me. I'd like to get on that idea right away, Danny. I knew there was something special about you. When you get older, there'll be a job here for you with Austin Enterprises. Maybe you can take over Mr. Stuffy's position. Thank you, Mr. Austin, but I'll have my own business someday, and when I do, you can come and work for me. Danny, are you talking trash again? Mr. Austin, I am the boss, just for today anyway, and the boss is always right. Danny's Did You Know? Did you know that the chances of you becoming a millionaire have never been better? You don't need to hit the lottery or have multi-platinum selling record. Instead of buying sneakers, video games, or jewelry, have the discipline to save and invest the money you earn. Think about it. Do you know any millionaires? How cool would it be for you to be one? That has been chapter 13, and I think we're going to push through to the end of this book the next time, so I'll see you for chapter 14.